Hello. Let me adjust everything here. All right. Hello. I don't have my mask on. I'm tired of wearing it. Um, I have been, but I'm gonna put it on because I don't feel comfortable. So I have good news. Um, just to get started, because for the past few videos, people have been asking me why am I wearing a mask. So I just have to like let the disclaimer out. Um, it's because I have an injury and I'm missing two teeth. And I do have good news though that my replacements are going to be ready in 2 weeks. So I will have a smile for you guys in 2 weeks. All right. So I thought I can do it with no mask today, but I was just like, no, I still don't feel comfortable because I like to really talk and really feel confident and comfortable when I am speaking all the way through 100%. So, at least for today, we're still going to have the mask on. So, anyway, without further ado, without that disclaimer, I hope you guys are doing well. Happy New Year 2025. I have not been on since before the new year. So I hope you guys are enjoying. There's a lot of things coming up this month that I wanted to talk about as we kind of close out on this month. So yeah, I'm excited about this year. A lot of traumatic endings for 2024 and a lot of really, really amazing beginnings for myself personally, and I could just feel it in the air for others on the side of love, on the side of what's real, on the side of rebuilding. So I am excited. So I see some of you guys coming in. So hello. Hey Brianna, you said you missed my videos from years back. I don't know which one you mean. I don't know because I used to do natural hair videos, and then I did like when I had my dreads, spirituality videos on that level like 4 or 5 years ago, and then I've just been through so many changes on this channel. I'm not even gonna repeat that comment, Brianna, but okay, I hear you. Hopefully we'll be getting back to that energy. So today I'm actually happy to see you guys as well. Today I am doing personal readings. I just wanted to get straight to it. Didn't want to be too chatty in the beginning. I want to get straight to you guys because I do have a limited time. And just wanted to get to it. So if anyone here, and I'm probably going to repeat this in like another, few minutes because people are still coming in. But if anyone wanted to get a reading live here, I have been offering readings every time I come on. So all you have to do is, I just ask for a donation of $20 or more. My Cash App is pinned at the top. And whoever donates Cash App, hopefully I get the notifications because I have had to switch phones and I'm sure that I do. But whoever donates, all you have to do is put your birth date in the donation area of the notes, whether it's PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, and I will do your reading. I do use playing cards. All right, I use playing cards and I use tarot. And just to get started, I'm going to do a general reading just on how I feel about like the election and the year and everything going moving forward for that. So it's kind of like a mixed bag, usually like it always is, personal readings and general. So first of all, we do have a new president. How do you guys feel about that? I know I asked you guys that when the election was kind of over, but he's sworn in. We have a new president, President Trump, and I actually feel really good about this year, the next 4 years. I'm very surprised because there's a lot of social, intimidation and craziness going on with the talks of Trump. But from a mature view, he makes sense in everything that he's saying that he wants to do. I'm listening to him in a different language, and I'm starting to really understand the language of wealthy people language. And sometimes a poor state of mentality seems to not, it's almost like you can't relate to a frequency that you're not into or used to. So you kind of feel either rejected from that frequency, or you can't comprehend. And there's an offense to that. For instance, when I was listening or watching the inauguration, I can never say the word right. When I was watching it though, there was somebody next to me, and of course, the same old, like, he's racist or he's prejudiced. And I was just like, there's a difference between being racist and prejudiced. When you are prejudiced, we are all prejudiced against something. All right. Prejudice just means preference, in a sense where I prefer not to be around that, and I prefer to be more around this. I prefer not to associate with that. I have a preference and a choice. We all have prejudices, but being racist is different. So I'm really breaking it down in a common sense form. I really felt a really calm energy, a very smooth transition, and people are just gonna have to mature, and they're just gonna have to grow the fuck up. Black, white, red, or yellow. You're just gonna have to grow up, not a little bit, but a lot of bit. And this 4 years are basically going to grow people up a lot. Let me see. Let me look in the comments. All of the revelations, your dreams, when you would share the story about your mom. Oh, well, thank you for sharing that, Brianna. Yorta, I missed you last live. Still sent you an offering. Can you do it today? 11/10/1987. I will do that. Sure. Let me get my pen out. And you'll probably just be the first one. Yorta, if you can, I can't confirm that, but I'm not saying that you didn't. It's always nice to offer just contributions if you can, from whatever you can. Not saying anything. I'm totally going to do your reading for sure. But let me just write that down. And have that there. And I'm going to put your YouTube name so far is Yorta, not Yoda, Yorta. Okay. So again, if anybody's down or up for readings, it's just a donation of $20 or more to the Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. And the Cash App is in the pinned section of the chat, $TarenGuy. So I'm just going to get right into it. I don't really have much to say in general because I feel like I've said so much about so many things the end of last year. And this is like a clean slate. And I don't want to mess it up with constantly reiterating the same shit over and over and over again. Now, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And I can go on from there in some kind of form of answering to create a topic. But it seems so calm, so common sense based. Now, I know some of you probably watched the video that I did about the fires in LA. I even spoke about that, where I did the interview with Venusian Prince. Shout out to her. So that was fun. I think that was the last video I uploaded. And I said a lot about the LA fires. So there's just, my spirit is just saying to dial it down on creating narratives that you've already spoken about and allow the energies to solidify, to work, to settle in, because it feels like it can become or turn into a loop if it's a constant, I'm talking about the same thing, creating a narrative that I'm trying to escape or get out of or change, but constantly telling the same story over and over and over again. So I'm just like really in a space of relaxing in my manifestations. Like I said, I even get my 2 teeth replaced in 2 weeks. So I'm happy about that. Like for that, I might just make a video right after I get my my grill fixed, and I might have more to talk about then. But like I just kind of been keeping it low key right now. But yeah, Yorda, I can get into yours for sure. So first of all, let me look into your birthday. 11/10. So first of all, a lot of people don't know this. The first the title of my album before it became the title Planet Pluto, it was up on Apple and everything, Spotify. It was called 11/10. So that was the name of my album. I don't know why, because I do have the 11/11 tattoo, and it was something about the mismatch of 11/10, and it was playing off of time of almost being there. Almost. It was like an almost kind of feeling that I was in. So I kind of went to 11/10, titled my album as that, and it meant something, but then I changed it. So you have a very interesting birthday. So November 10th. Okay, so we're talking about Scorpio. Let me just do your life path really quickly. This is 3, 8 and 8 is 16. And then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so your life path. All right, so first of all, your life path is the same as mine. I never get rid of the 0. Yes, Taddy, I'm doing live readings. So if you wanted to get a reading, all you have to do is donate to the Cash App pinned in the chat, or Venmo or PayPal, $20 or more with your birth date in the notes. I'm going to have to say that every now and then. But yes, so Yorta, you're 10/10, right? So the life path 10, I always leave the 0. I never say life path 1 unless it's necessary. But there's a lot of lonely souls and lonely spirits that are really comfort. Life path 1, I should say, we're really comfortable with ourselves, with our own company, especially when we're healthy mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, or mentally, emotionally, and physically. And there can usually be something about a life path 1 that there's nothing we can do about that. There's something that really stands out about a life path 1. It's kind of like the number 1 is the number of the sun. So anytime you are the number of what represents the sun, as the number 2 represents the moon, which is the secondary aspect, it's like the shining, right? But it's like you don't mean to do that. You don't mean to shine, but you do anyway. And because of that, there's a lot of either, just it creates a certain kind of filter that where you may end up being like just by yourself. And usually when you keep it as a 10, that 0 is a companion. It is the code of some kind of value, or it's giving you or allowing you to have a graduation of the 1 through 9 ladder. So a 10 is very special because you've gone through the scales 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to get to 10. So it's a very evolved spirit that is very content with themselves. So Yorda, I'm not sure if you resonate with that, and you're at the point in your life right now. I see you were born in 1987. So that 87 means that you are kind of like my generation. So if you're of a certain age, there's a certain contentment that takes you from life path 1 to a life path 10 in perspective. So it's a graduation. So congratulations, Yorda. I'm glad you resonate with that. The special thing about 10 is, and it's funny because I said a 10, and when we're talking about even Egyptian just hierarchy and royalty and mythology, we had Nefertiti and Akhenaten, who they were changing over the religion in Egypt to praise Aten, the sun god. So Aten is literally a 10, which is literally the sun god. So it's very interesting how just looking at your numbers and looking at your life path, that all of this stuff is coming up and spiraling. So this is what I love when I start doing these readings. So that's the first thing. So I hope you understand that the graduation does need to be accepted. I'm going to pull cards out as I'm talking now that I'm getting a little further into your reading, Yorta. Also, another thing that I can say to you in advice is, Yorta, do you have and I say graduation with like all due celebration. Do you have a watch, Yorta? Like a watch? And these cards are faced the wrong way. Let me fix these and adjust these in a second. If you can answer that question really quickly, that's fine. If you're not, that's cool too. Okay, Yorta, you don't. So I am suggesting, Yorta, that you go ahead and buy a watch for yourself. Whether you go to like Nordstrom's or order one online, doesn't have to be too expensive. If you want it to be expensive, if you got it like that, feel free, but a good watch. Gift yourself a watch. Now, the reason why I say that is because you're 11/10, right? So let's just look at the day you were born on the 10th, and your life path is a 10. So I don't know if any one of you noticed this. And I give this credit to my 15-year-old daughter who told me this years ago. And she basically told me, hey, mommy, have you ever noticed when you looked at a watch ad, and you guys can Google this on your own if you have the time. If you look at any watch ad for Rolex, from Jacob, from like Fossil, from like whatever, all of the watch ads and all of the watches that are on display are set at 10:10. So all the watches are set at 10:10. And that's a code. That's a secret. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, watches are very important. We have the Watchers. We have the Anunnaki with the watches in the bag, the time traveling crew, and their watches are always set at 10:10. So I'm just saying, Yorta, it's about time you start looking into your time and actually physically getting a watch. I'm actually going to do that for myself as well. And it's kind of like a brand new like time reset. It's interesting also because I'm always relaying like my personal experiences sometimes with these readings, but I had to change my phone number to a California zip area code. I've been New York area code for a long time, and the area code is 213. Now, there was a video where I did say the new code for the matrix in my mind is not 1001 or not even 0010. It begins with 2. And the reason why I said this, and I can even refer to the Bible as well, in Genesis, to kind of back me up here, but like the night comes before the day. So if we're talking about really rebuilding a new matrix, we're talking about number coding that begins with the moon, the dream state. Even if you're transitioning through afterlife, you're in a dream state. And when you when you arrive to your destination, you're in the light. You've awakened from your dream, from your death. You are alive again. You are aware at a different level where things are solidified, where things make sense now. In the coding of the sun, things are slowed down. Things are common sense. Things are logical. Things are orderly. The number 1 represents order. Yorta. So that's also your life path, like paying attention to order, your time, respecting your time, or other people respecting your time. But I said in my mind, if we're restarting this matrix for real, for this war on love, then let's begin with two. Let's begin with the dreams. Let's begin with the moon. Because if we allow number two to influence one for the following day, we create a spiral that comes from our imagination. It comes from the more delightful and magical and intentional, heart-based, childlike essence that has the most power and the most purity to influence the orderly day that can unravel in your number one. So you start with two, and then now we wake up to one. So the first code is 2-1. And then we skip over to 3. Instead of 1-2-3, we have 2-1-3. Hey, my California. So that's where I'm at right now with the coding. And it's very interesting because today is 1-2-3. January 23rd is a 2-1-3. It's a 1-2-3. We're in this essence right now. So Yorta, first of all, you said that you gave an offering before. Thank you for that. But I'm so thankful that you have come on here with your numbers, because again, this is a great start off for the video. Hold on, let me just make sure I don't miss out on anything. Give me a second. Snooze, get out of here. Okay. Let me see if I'm receiving any notifications, because again, I had to do a whole switch. Okay, so I do see Michelle Walker. I don't want to make it seem like I'm ignoring any donations that are coming in. So let me just take the time out to check. Michelle Walker, I see you. So you will be next for a reading. Let me write that down. And again, anyone else who would like to have a reading live on here, all you have to do is donate to the Cash App that's pinned in the chat, or the Venmo and PayPal that's below in the description, and just put your birthday in the notes. And $20 or more is more than okay. So just wanted to add that in again. So Yorta, let's get back to you. I haven't even pulled cards yet. You let me know also, Yorta, if you have any questions. Yorta, you said you have a watch in the cart. So okay. Damn. I hear you on that. I hear you on that. So let me pull some cards out now for you. Okay, so 90. So I read cards differently. So if you don't understand my perception, it's okay. Just listen to what I'm saying. So I pulled out 2 9s for you, 9 of spades, 9 of hearts. And when I look at this for you, first of all, as I was thinking about timing, I'm also thinking about completion. 10 and 10 offer 100 as well. There's 2 zeros involved in that, and that's a blessing. Now, there's a downfall to a 99 or a 99. Anything that ends on a 99 can be very dramatically lost, or can very soon be activated. So it's almost like, for instance, I had to get a new phone, and there's activations. I'm having to upload, download stuff, activate things, wait for it to complete. If it goes to 99% complete and that circle is still rendering at 99%, I can't do anything. It's 99 full percent, which is a lot, but it's not enough without that 1%. So is there something there maybe there's something in your life that you are 99% at either completing? And what I'm going to say is, what followed after that is a 2 of diamonds. Now I'm going to pull out another card to create a 4th component. Okay, so a Jack of Diamonds. So what I'm going to do is, what I'm saying is this is a positive thing, that there, just keep going. Whatever it is in your life that you are almost finished with, complete with, or ready to experience, you just got that one more thing, which is a very immediate feeling. So one is not like 1 year, one fucking what do you call it, millennia. It's not going to take a long time in timing, as we talked about time. But it's very close. The opposite effect on this is having a 99% and missing out on that one thing that you needed and dropping your 99. And like you're now at zero. You got to reboot and build the ladder from 1 to 99 again and get to that whole point again. And that takes time, because that might take a decade. That takes 10 years for you to start all over again versus this 1 year that we're in. So this 1 year, you have an opportunity to complete this 99. So that's a beautiful thing. So I feel that for you. I feel that with you as well. Let me pull out some tarot as well. And aloha. I see a Hawaiian born. Aloha. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. Using my government name. I hear you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, wow. So after I just said what I said, the first card that I pulled out for you, Yorta, is a star. S star. Now, Yorta, I don't know if you're male or female. I'm feeling female energy. Am I correct? Because your username for your YouTube channel, at least, is very ambiguous. Female. Okay, so I did sense female. So this represents the feminine energy is the ruling part of the influence. As I said, 2 comes before 1 for this next cycle. There's going to be a time this weekend coming up where all of the planets actually align in one formation, and we're going to be able to see at least 4 or 5 visible with the naked eye at a certain time in the sky. So this is amazing, first of all, but it's really the bridge. It is the bridge that Aquarian energy is. It's a weird representation of what it's supposed to be. So Aquarius is an air sign, and I always forget because it is the water bearer. So it's a man, right? So it's the only other zodiac aside from Virgo that doesn't have an animal totem attached to its zodiac. So the Virgo and the Aquarian have a representation of human form. So it's hard to place the human in a specific elemental space. So when you think of Virgo, it's an earth sign, but it's still a woman, right? And when you think of Aquarius, it's a man pouring water, right? It's a man. So there's a subconscious connection to the water with Aquarius that is very, very emotional and deep. And what I feel like is Aquarius, because of this female energy, is more influential. The Aquarian is turning into the water and the air. So when you mix water and air, think of like being able to breathe in the ocean. The water is air to the sea creature, right? That's what this atmosphere, the Aquarian man is literally pouring, like we're like flooding, like the Bible, with these etherical waters that will become our air. So we're literally creating, the Aquarian energy is creating new air, and it's way more intense than the old air because we're influencing from the feminine point of view of DNA formation, of stacks and stacks of recording, memory, wisdom, karma, and everything. So I wouldn't say it's a heavy feeling. I would say it's an intense feeling. And if we're talking about like natural habitat type shit, there are some people that are excited about that because that's the air that they're used to, that they've been wanting and yearning. And then there are some people that are afraid of that intensity. And those are some of the people that react to the habitat wanting to keep it in the old paradigm because they're not comfortable with this new air that is pouring in from the Aquarian. So that's something that is interesting. So when I pulled the star out, do you not see this woman pouring the water like an Aquarius water bearer? So it's really a mixture of what I was saying, the Virgo and the Aquarian, male and female, pouring out water, and all parts of her are on all elements. Okay, so both of her hands, she's pouring water into the water, she's pouring water onto the earth. She has the stars and the sun behind her. She has her leg and her foot on the earth. But she also has her other foot in the water. She is literally playing Twister with nature. And this is another thing. When I talk about, and let me pay attention to donations again, I have to look at my phone for this. But she's what I'm saying is, and I remember I was kind of like mad at something, and I talk about like the Masonic order a lot, and I respect Masonic order a lot when it's correct. There is a female version to that order, and this is the order that's going to not take over the current order of the male side of that, the masculine side of that. We are collaborating. So it's a mixed bag of actual wisdom to wisdom, masculine to feminine order. It's not a fight on who's gonna rule over the other. There's a collaboration this time. So when we're talking about Eastern Star, the Masonic order of the female, I still have questions on what the fucking Eastern Star is. I'm not talking sorority fraternity. I'm talking about straight order. What is it? And is the Eastern Star being recreated to figure that out? Because maybe Eastern Star hasn't had a chance to understand her order, because what Eastern Star does is take the orders from the Masonic side, from the masculine side. So it's a constant response to the straight lines, the 1, 2, 3. But what if the Eastern Star gets to begin something that the masculine side now has to respond to? That's a different kind of Eastern Star. So what I'm saying is your energy aligns with this new energy. So far I'm just feeling good about your like essence and resonance right now. And I hope you feel good in it as well. Richard, yes, I am still in Los Angeles. I am still here. Hold on, let me check. Pardon me. And I'm going to conclude the reading as well and get to Michelle Walker in a second. Let me just look at certain things because I don't want to miss things because it's not activated yet on certain apps and blah, blah, blah. So let me just see this. Taddy, you said you sent the PayPal? Okay, I will. Taddy, what is your thank you first of all. What is your birth date? If I can just see it in the comments, that would save me a lot of time. Thank you for being patient with me as I don't have all of my notifications listed. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. And then Taddy, yes. Okay. I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly, Toddy or Tatty. It's 1994. Okay, I got you. You'll be right after Michelle Walker. I may have to transition, so I may have to walk into another area because I'm kind of like in a room that kind of like blah blah blah. I'm trying to get some quiet time. But okay, so Yorta, that came up for you. Also, another card that came up for you, again, very positive reading for you, is the World. Another woman, another feminine essence, feminine energy is just taking over. And remember, Yorta, we are not saying women are taking over. We're saying feminine energy is taking it over. So what I am asking or suggesting as all this feminine energy is coming up in your numbers and your cards is I really need you to really dive into your feminine in a more dominant way, like 80% feminine. Like, and what does that mean to you, Yorta? So it's kind of like, do you like your hair? First of all, it can start like the most important decisions that you can make in your life can come from, and this is because this is a feminine essence. Men can do the same thing too, but it's still a feminine way of rearranging, right? And checking in with yourself. So a man can ask himself, hey, when I look in a mirror, do I like my crown? So we begin with the crown. We're not starting from the bottom. Now we're here. We're beginning from the top because we're here. You know what I mean? And we build our way down now. So this is the other side of the cycle. So it's kind of like, do you like your hairstyle? Like, does it make you feel feminine? Does it make you feel sexy? Do you feel like, how do you feel? Are you over it? Do you need to make a change? Ask yourself these questions as you look at your crown so that your crown will actually start answering you subconsciously. And this is where you can begin. And you just then you just look in the mirror and then you move from your crown down to your eyes and you look yourself in the eye. It's very rare that people look at themselves in the mirror. They look around their eyes. You look at your hair, your outfit, your body, your nose, your mouth, everything else except for the eyes. We barely look at ourselves in the eye in the mirror. So look at yourself in the eyes. Let that be the second step after you've asked yourself that question. Some people have, and I've done this in workshops that I've done in the past, and it's very powerful, a very simple thing. And tears start just forming with some people looking in the mirror at themselves in this way, male or female, because the feminine energy is influencing this emotion, this feeling that you're feeling about yourself. And then, there's just, of course, that natural layering of building yourself down, which is really what grounding is about, and the feminine upside down. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing. And every time I pull out, and based upon just the conversation that we're having, this is an 8 of Swords. This is a very positive card in the essence of what we were talking about. You are not blind. You are not confined. Maybe if you thought you were before this reading, take a look again and see that you're not. And also know that this is an initiation aspect of blindfolding. Another female card, feminine energy being represented. So what do we have here? We have the 3 sisters. So in all of the mythologies where the 3 kings, even when you look at Orion's belt, it's all about the 3 kings in the order of the Masonic side. But when we're looking into the feminine side of the order, we have the 3 sisters. Okay. And I believe this is a 7-pointed star. So we have the Pleiades. We have a lot of star alignment right here with this feminine energy of initiation into what I said in the beginning of your reading, Yorta, into the graduation from 1 through 9 getting into your life path as a 10. So this was a beautiful reading, Yorta, and thank you. I hope that you was confirmed at least in something. I felt like I reconfirmed the feeling that you had, or maybe just gave you more confidence or offered more confidence in this reading. So thank you. I enjoyed that. Let me look in the comments for a moment. Summer D 1111. I see your birthday. Did you offer or a donation? If you would like a reading, because all you have to do is donate $20 or more to the Cash App. That's pinned in the comment section, or Venmo or PayPal that is in a description box with the links. I'm just not sure if you donated something, so just let me know. And bear with me, I'm sorry, the notifications are a little slow on my side. So if you did, I'll totally see it. You're very welcome, Yorta. Very welcome. Let's see, what do we have next? We have Michelle Walker. Let me just check into your birthday, Michelle. Let me see. And of course, if anyone wants a personal reading, all you have to do is also just email me at TarenGuy@gmail.com. And I'll do like a Zoom or even an email reading for you as well, because I do that. Okay, let me just, I need to get so much faster with this new phone. I can't stand it. Give me a second. Shoot, I didn't even think about this part. Give me a second. Okay, Michelle Walker. Okay, so Michelle, I do not see your birthday here. So Michelle Walker, if you're in the comments, may you drop your birthday in the comment section so that I can give you a reading. If not, I'll go to Toddy and I'll come back to you, Michelle, because I'm not sure what your YouTube handle is. And let me just check one more thing before I get back into the video. And if they, tell me I gotta go to another place, I should. Okay. And again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Oh, thank you, Yorta. If you choose to send over another donation, thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay. Okay, Tatiana, I see you here. Got it. So yes, I just need Michelle's birthday. But if she doesn't come on and give me her birthday just yet, I'll just go straight to you, Tatiana, Toddy. Thank you. All right, so we're talking about 9/14. So now we're getting into Virgo. That's so interesting. And we went from Scorpio to Aquarius time, and now we're in Virgo. All right, Tatiana. All right, so 1994. Let me do this math real quick. We have 9, 5. That's always a 5. And 14. Okay, 5. So Tatiana, your life path is also 10. So we have 10, 10 again. And if I add myself in, I'm also a 10 in my life path. So Toddy, What is up? Okay, so the first thing I want to acknowledge, and something told me, Toddy, real quick, before I get into this deeply, when I looked into Trump's birthday, he's born June. God damn it. When's his birthday? It was. I gotta Google this real quick. Hold on. Hold on, like for real. Um, Trump's birth date. Okay, June 14th. So 6/14. All right, you're okay. So Toddy, you're 9/14. Trump is 6/14. It's an upside down 9 and 6 situation. Now, he was born 1946. So when I added up 6 plus 5, which is the 14, that is 11. And when I added up 1946, it's 14 pretty much plus 6, which is 11. Trump's birthday, when you place the numbers 614, 614, 1946, it equals 1111. Okay, so that was just a fun fact that I realized that Trump is 1111 in his birth date. Whoa, which makes his life path a 4. So you, when I was looking at your numbers, there was not just the whole 1010 thing going on, but like just adding them up, it was basically like a 5 5. Like there's like these double numbers coming up. And it just kind of like just reminded me when I saw 914, thinking of the 614 and the double numbers. So that was just like a fun fact, just in case you didn't know that. But yes, your life path is 10, and you are a Virgo born in 94. Now, usually when we're dealing with September, I really feel this way as well. When we are incarnated into this space through the star chart, there's like a line for something. There's an order. People born in January are first for something. They're first for something. Now, it's not always positive. It's based upon karma, just like any kind of afterlife judgment. So, at certain cycles and points in the star alignment of your birthday and the point of the cycle in which we are in time, some people who are born in January, they're up for their karma of negativity first. They have no time to prepare because they've been so fucking like in a zone of misery and making other people miserable. This is like just an example of someone who's first for something. They're first for pain and suffering. They're first for fucking like, delays and violations that must be paid through ticketing. Like they're court ordered and summoned to show up somewhere and tell the truth. They could be first for that. And then there are some January birthers that are simply like, yo, I'm first to like get my just due and my package and feeling an experience of love, prosperity, and abundance. So I'm saying that to say that you're number 9. So when I'm a 9 too, I'm September. All right, I'm not telling anybody my hidden birthday because I didn't change that shit. But 9 is a tough one because 9 is the death door. All right, it's the death door. It's the number of alchemy. It means that you are fizzling out in a very long cycle that you have experienced in a few lifetimes. So you made it up to number 9. And you're being tested a lot. This is like test time for you, a testing time for you. Don't let the test scare you off because I'm being tested too. Like it's okay to be tested. It doesn't mean you're in school. Sometimes you got to go to the doctor and get tested. Sometimes you got to like Be around people, and people will test you. All right. There's different levels of testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. How are you going to express yourself through different trials and tribulations and triumphs? So it's just an alchemy number that is very judgmental, yet fair in her judgment. 9 is a feminine number. 9 is the number of fire. It is the number of the melting heat that breaks you down and chooses on whether she would build you back up or not in 10, which is a number of the sun, which is how Virgo gives birth to 10. Virgo gives birth to the number 10. 9 gives birth to 10. Even though August, yes, begins in Virgo, but we're talking about transitional periods. 9 is like ultimate Virgin Mary archetype, which is in a 9 sector. So you're just coming into a space of judgment, and either make it exciting or be very afraid. So I'm going to pull some cards out for you. I hope I didn't scare you away, Tati. Okay, so first off, I pulled out 2 queens for you. Queen of clubs, Queen of hearts. So, Tati, are you having some kind of conflict in your love life, constantly comparing yourself to other women when you're dealing with someone of a love interest? You said, wow, 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 wow. 4 times. Okay. Because anytime I see this, 2 queens, one is a heart and one is a club, it's like, nah, one is bad and one is in love. And this one is not a baddie. She's horrible. She's a horrible fucking person. But she's like a mosquito that gets in the way of the lover. You know, I can't stand these bitches. And then we have the Jack, which is basically the dynamic duo of these fools. Okay, so the Jack of clubs and the Queen of clubs basically represents like a team, a tag team of insecure, jealous types that are only in the field of rejection. And they get in the middle of, they're after this. They're after the heart. They're after the crown. Okay, so they're constantly attacking the crown. They're attacking the mind. They're playing mind games. Okay, there are a lot of wannabes. They're liars. I don't know if you have this around you in your life, if these archetypes, both male and female, are really like buzzing around like mosquitoes in your space when you're trying to get things on. You said so on point. Okay, when you're trying to get your shit going, you got these fucking mosquitoes around you, not vampires, mosquitoes sucking at your blood, making you fucking itch and become irritated because they can only feed off of you, you know, but you don't want that. You want to like get rid of them. So, okay, what can we do about these types? I don't know if you can like pinpoint certain people that you can think of or a person already, but they're in the way, and it's kind of like an annoyance, an inconvenience, a playful energy that's annoying. All right, and you're ready to get going. And I did say that number 9 is testing, and these mosquito type people, they love testing. Okay, but I personally don't attend their university. Okay, so first of all, kick them out of your universe. You're not a part of their university. You're not paying a tuition, so stop paying attention to the mosquitoes. All right? They shall die. There shall be no sweet blood for you. 9 of diamonds. Shine bright like a diamond. All right? So you got number 9 protecting you. Number 9 alchemy number, your September side is on your side. So you're on the right side of 9. Okay? And when you look at the 9 card, which I love about playing cards, is that this looks like 6. So 6 is the sensual creation number. It is the number of the beast, the mark of the beast, the mark of the flesh. So grounding yourself in your femininity, your womanhood, but being protected by the almighty 9. Okay, that is a beautiful thing. So you should be good. Just remember to stop paying attention and tuition to the university of bullshit that you are not attending. Okay, because they're draining your bank account, draining your energy, stealing, colonizing. Don't let them fucking set up shop in your energy field. This is very important. You said you forced yourself into isolation. When something is so bad that it pushes you in the corner and there's nowhere else to go, like that's called trying to kill someone. You know what I mean? That's like death, and you don't want to isolate yourself to death. So let me just pull out some tarot just to balance out the numbers. And again, let me pay attention to my notifications as well. This may be the last reading, possibly, but let me check and see if there was anyone else. I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. And again, if I'm missing people, please send me an email at TarenGuy@gmail.com. You can also, I'll put that in the description box. I'll add the email. I keep forgetting to add my email. I listen, when this mask gets taken off finally in 2 weeks, and I have my smile back and my teeth are back in order, I will be more on point with my organization. I promise. All right? I've just been going through it. I've been going through it. Oh my God. Excited for that. Yeah, so my dentist, they took my imprints. So there's a process for getting permanent implants. So before they go permanent, they're gonna give me temporary, which are kind of like veneers, but like flippers. They're called flippers, and they're pop in and pop out, but they're professional, so they're exact to my imprint, and very well done. So I'm gonna start off with those, and then transition into the permanent replacement. So it is a process, but it is what it is. All right, so going into the tarot before we conclude this. Thank you, Zedesi. Thank you. All right, so the good old devil card comes out. And we have secondary to that the upside down 9 of Pentacles. So this confirms everything that I talked about in the card deck, the playing cards, of mosquito, deception, and you having to clear and claim your authority. You should be sitting in this seat. Okay, anytime you pull out a devil card, it's if you're scared away from it, if you're scared of it, there's an aspect of yourself that you haven't either grown into yet that is now ready to show itself, which can be very demonic. It can be very life-changing. It can be very rapid growth that is necessary, which feels negative. So that's what the devil card usually represents based upon how you're reacting to it. If you're mature in your shadow, your devil, your demons, your shame, your guilt, this should be you sitting in this seat as Baphomet. Okay, as above, so below. It's interesting because Baphomet's hands is not necessarily, this is not really it. Baphomet is usually 2 fingers up, 2 fingers down, but he has his fingers kind of like spaced in a different way. I'm trying to get it focused, but you can see his full 5 fingers are showing. And in his other hand, he's holding a torch. Now, when I go into the word torch, I think of the word torture. All right. So torture, this is what's on the bottom, and the free hand is at the top next to his wing. All right, which looks like a bat wing. Like this is we do have the male and female, which should be representative. So in the satanic side of things, or the Baphomet, which is usually referenced more on the satanic side, these are usually a little boy and a little girl, and then we have like a different kind of thing going on, but this is very similar. All it means is take the rein of your horse, of your bull, of whatever animal beast that you are riding. Basically, your flesh, your body. Toddy body. Hey. Toddy, take your body. Meaning, these infestations. Where are these mosquito cards? Where are they? Did I put them away? These, I really call them mosquitoes because I swear to God. All right, these mosquitoes right here. They even, if you look at the clubs, they kind of look like mosquitoes. Like, ugh, ugh. And then you got like the stinger and shit. Anyway, these things, if there's too many or too much of this energy, even from one person, do you know one person can equal like 1,000 mosquitoes? And then if you got 2 of them around you, that's about 2,000 mosquitoes in your very immediate space. It is irritating. So when the mind and the nervous system feels attacked, the first thing the spirit and soul do is try to run, get away from what's bothering the nervous system. And when the nervous system is so bothered that your soul is starting to leave, trying to find comfort because you don't have it in your body, Toddy, your crown, they've won. They've chopped your head off, and now they're going into the neck and they're infesting your fucking body. And you might be doing things that are making your life miserable and you don't know why you're doing them. You know, so this is called body snatching, taking over. And then there's a feeding where these people, these very real fucking people that are really dead, okay, they're the walking dead, by the way. They're mosquitoes. They're not like, they need to go. Like, they really need to go into a recycle bin away from me and go test out other motherfuckers that have not graduated. Like, go be a nuisance over there. All right. And maybe you can work for me somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't deal with that level of irritation right now in my life. So if you feel the same way, you have to get to that point of like really adjusting back to your comfort zone in your body. So this is very important. I don't know what you're dealing with, Toddy. I would like to get a little further into this body snatching irritation thing that I'm sensing in your space. And I really would like to speak to you personally if you are open to it. I know you offered $20 already. If you would like to continue with a personal like session for at least a half an hour on Zoom, we could really get into the nitty-gritty of these energies, because it's a sensation that I can't really get into here right now. You can email me, TarenGuy@gmail.com, and we could talk about it and schedule something. I would like to continue this reading with you, Tatiana, if you're down for it. But either way, you can email me and just communicate with me, because I would like to continue this. And just looking into the other. So the reason why I said that is because this 9 of Pentacles is upside down. When I pull the 9 of Diamonds out for you, which means that you're in a positive space, but there's somebody watching every little accomplishment. There's some energy. Sometimes it can be an entity. Sometimes it's an astral entity. It's not a person yet, but if it's an astral entity, an astral mosquito, an astral colonizer, it can eventually manifest into a person that does come into your life. And that's when it does get dangerous, because now it's solidified and descended into a physical space. All right. So you see how he's like, mine. It's all mine. I'm holding on to every coin. It's upside down, you know? Okay, email me, Tati. Email me and we'll talk about it. And this was the devil. But your last card is Wheel of Fortune. Now, in the Wheel of Fortune, you can win a penny or you can win $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Did these mosquitoes fucking take 999 you know, something away from you that much that when you finally spin the wheel, it lands on something that wasn't even worth the trip? Okay, Wheel of Fortune card followed by this card is not necessarily positive. So let's adjust this, Toddy. All right. And let's talk about this, hopefully, because you're in, like, your nines is creating a very wavy, moldable space in your world, that you're very vulnerable right now. So it's just time to confront certain things. That's all. So Toddy, I'm glad that you will be emailing me. And I'm happy to hear that you enjoyed your reading. Michelle Walker never confirmed her birth date. Michelle Walker, please email me. I cannot contact you through Cash App. It won't allow me to send messages. So Michelle Walker, please, if you're out there, you hear me, I did not skip over your reading. Please email me at TarenGuy@gmail.com and I will interact with you. So I'm going to end it here, but I just wanted to end on a positive note, saying that, you know, these readings were amazing, first of all. So I just want to thank those of you who allowed yourself to be read, and for trusting my energy in this. I love doing this. I can do this for another 2 hours, but my body says no. And you're welcome, Yorta. But I love you guys so much, and happiest new year. Enjoy this bridge and alignment of feminine energy, completing the bridge for the cycle to activate and actually begin during this Aquarius air time, this new air of scales and wings. You know, you got to know how to fly and you have to know how to swim. Okay? Birds are flying fish and fish are swimming birds. And this is where we're merging the worlds. And this is what this Aquarius energy is bringing in, starting flat on the foundation in 2025. So you guys enjoy your evening as well. Thank you. And next time I see you, possibly I will be smiling to death without a mask and taking it to a whole other level with you guys. So enjoy your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend coming up. And I'll see you soon. Bye.